Hello dear friends, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to see how to enable Anypoint monitoring for your customer hosted Mule runtime. Okay, so basically customer hosted Mule runtime is nothing like it's on-premise hosted runtime. So basically it is possible to send a metrics to Anypoint monitoring for your customer hosted MuleSoft runtime. So for that, we need to install a agent on your on-premise Mule runtime server basically. So to achieve all these things, the first thing we need to do, we need to register our server into the control plane, into Anypoint control plane. This is the first step. Okay, so before that, what we will do, so I want, like, want to make sure like I set some home paths and like some environmental variable. So this is Windows machine, so you can set in, so you can go to this PC properties, then here you can go to advanced settings, environmental variable. You can create a new environmental variable, mule home control V. I can say okay. Then you can search for a path variable and add one path which we have just copied and slash bin. That's it. Say okay, okay, and you can simply say okay. That's it. So that's the one thing. The second thing, we need to start a mule runtime. So basically, prerequisite for this particular video, you make sure you have downloaded a mule runtime and unzip it. So you can go to this and you can go to bin folder and just run a mule.bat. Don't know what happened. Let me run it again. Something gone wrong. So let me do one thing. Let me go to downloads. I might be having mule runtime here. So yeah, I can copy this particular mule runtime and go to D. My mule runtime is this. Let me delete this. Some file is missing in this particular runtime. I can paste it the new one. So wait while it's copying. So till the time it's copying the runtime, I will pause the video. So guys, welcome back. So I have just copied a mule runtime. Then I can go to bin folder and I can run this batch file. Okay. So this should start a mule runtime. So it may take few minutes or few seconds, depend. So before that, let me tell you more thing till runtime is started. So if you go to Anypoint monitoring, you may see some error like you don't have a permission to access Anypoint monitoring. So what you can do, you can go to access management. Okay, so simply you go to access management, search for your users, go to users, and this is my user. So in my user you can go to Anypoint monitoring. Okay, so I let me remove this. So basically what you can do, you can select access and you can say select all and simply click on this plus sign. So it will enable Anypoint monitoring for you. Okay, so let me go to Anypoint monitoring. So you can see okay, so my mule runtime is started. So okay, so this is how the Anypoint monitoring dashboard will look like. So right now you cannot see anything, any application or anything. So the next thing, we will register our server to Anypoint control plane. This is the requirement for Anypoint monitoring. Your server needs to be registered in Anypoint control plane. So I can go to this servers. Okay, simple. You can click on this add servers. You can give a server name. So generally Anypoint monitoring works in the hybrid mode, hybrid setup. So control C, not control C, sorry. You can give the server name and copy this command. Now you can go to this mule runtime bin folder. you can simply say cmd, paste this command. In case of Windows, you can remove dot slash. For Linux, you have to keep dot slash, but in case of Windows, you can do that. Okay, so you can see it is trying to create, it will create, it is trying to create so it is trying to register a server into your Anypoint control plane. So you will see your server get registered here. Let me reload it. So you can say mule agent is successfully configured. So what it will do, you can go to comp, it will create one YAML file, that muleagent.yaml. So it contain all the information to communicate with your Anypoint control plane. So basically this is our data plane, and like where we will keep deploy application and everything, and data plane will send the metadata to your control plane. So you can see it's in the created state. So your server has been registered with the Anypoint control plane. Now I want to make the server as a running. So you can go to, again you need to restart a mule runtime. So I can go to bin and I can start the mule runtime again. So once the mule runtime will start, your server will be in running state in the control plane also. Okay. So let's wait for few seconds. It's very important. Your server must be in running state. It's still in created state because you can see. So it's trying to establish the connection. You can see that. Let me you can see its status is changing to connected. Soon it will become a running status. Yeah, you can see it's running. Now what I will do, I will deploy a application. So, okay, if you see apps folder is empty. So I have a small application for demo purpose. I will deploy it. You can go to application and you can definitely deploy your application from Anypoint platform to the customer hosted environment. You can go to deploy application, and yeah, I can say mule monitoring demo. You can definitely select a target. In that case, I don't want to deploy application to cloud hub. I have to deploy the application to my this on-premise server, which is registered in the control plane. Then I can choose a file. Definitely you can use the CI/CD whatever pipeline you have, but here is just for a demo purpose. I'm using a manual deployment. I can say open. Then I can say deploy application. So what it, you will see something in apps folder. Let me yeah, you can see it's deploying the application to the apps folder. So it may take few seconds for application to get deployed and it to get start. Then I can use this particular URL to test the application. You can see the here, even you can see the application is getting initialized. Mule monitoring demo, which we are deploying from the control plane. Yeah, it is starting. Let me check what is the status. It's still starting. Yeah, you can see our application has been started here. It is started here also. Let me test it. So it should download some response. You can see the response has been downloaded. Or you can open with any notepad or anything, whatever tool you have. So I got the proper response. Now if you go to Anypoint monitoring, so let me do one thing. If you go to let me sign out, because we have registered the server. So if you want to see the server register in Anypoint monitoring, we have to sign out and sign it again. I can go to Anypoint monitoring. see, even I have tested some request, you will not able to see anything. So it will not show the application and anything, it will not show. So now what I will do, I can go to setting under monitoring. So I can select this is my server, okay, and production. So basically, if you want to enable the like any monitoring for cloud up, you can select cloud up. Now we have to enable the monitoring for hybrid for the customer hosted mule runtime. So you can use hybrid, and production you can select the server, say download em.zip. It will download one em.zip file. Then once it downloaded it, you have to extract this file, and like you need to run few commands. So I will show that commands, and you can see it here. On Linux you need to run this command, on Windows you need to run this command, finally restart the server, you need to run this command, you need to run this command from Windows. So let's wait while it's downloading AM 2.3.00 zip. This is nothing. This is the agent, this is the monitoring agent, this is Anypoint monitoring agent that we will install on our on-premise or customer hosted runtime, which will send a matrix to the Anypoint monitoring, or which will send the metadata to Anypoint monitoring. So let me show in folder. I can extract this. Okay, I can copy this, open this folder, I copy this EM folder, and generally what I will do, I can go to Mule home, Mule runtime, Mule this, and this is my home. I can paste my EM folder here. Okay, so now what we have to do, the first command we have to run, install.psn ps1. ps is nothing, it's a PowerShell script. So I have a PowerShell installed on my machine. So I will take the latest Windows PowerShell ISE 86. I can run this as an administrator. Then you have to execute this first, set execution policy unrestricted. Otherwise it will not allow to run this particular ps1 script. So you have to first execute this particular command on your PowerShell. This is the first step. You need to use this set, you need to run that set execution policy unrestricted. I will say yes. The next thing, I want to cd into this particular em bin folder to run that install.ps1. Copy this, then you can paste this. Okay, then I can say in, just tab, enter. It start configuring the agent. So basically it will act as a monitoring as a service. Mule agent successfully configured. So do you want to use monitoring as a service? Yes, I will say yes. So status, it restarting this particular file bit service, which will keep on sending. This is kind of agent which will send the metadata matrix to the Anypoint monitoring. So it has been successfully installed. Now I need to restart my server. So I can go to runtime manager. Either you can restart the mule runtime from here, or even you can restart from your control plane. So better I will restart from the control plane, which is the easiest option. Can go to servers. I can click here, I can go to manage server. Then I can restart my server. Yes, restart. So you can see it will restart the server. You can see the options here. It trying to restart. So you can see all communication between your customer hosted data plane and your mule runtime and your own like Anypoint control plane. Okay, so now it is just installing the agent or restarting. Okay, so after installing the agent, you have to restart your server, which is registered in the control plane. And we have already one application deployed on that particular runtime or Mule runtime. Okay, so I'm waiting for my Mule runtime to start. Now it's trying to start the application. Yes, now application is successfully deployed. Now you can go to PowerShell again. You need to run one more command. If you see, if you go to Anypoint monitoring, you go to settings. Now you have run installed. You have to run this particular setup.ps one. Okay. So what I will write set tab install. I will just say enter. So it is restarting and setting the connectivity between your data plane and the control plane. Okay, for Anypoint monitoring. So let me go back to my Anypoint monitoring. So these are the things you need to do to configure an agent on your customer hosted Mule runtime. You cannot see anything yet here, right? So for that you can sign out and try to log in again. So it take at least 5 minutes to send the logs, or maybe earlier also. Still it taking some time. Let me test some of the application. So it will take some time for application, to see the logs and everything. Let me go, let me check Chrome. Okay, let me go back to runtime manager. See, generally if you see, it takes some time. Okay, let's wait. You can see it's enabled everything. So what we require, everything is there. Okay, so everything is up and running. You can go to server. Everything is up and running. You can go to monitoring. Okay, we'll see the application. Don't worry about that. It's showing in 5 minutes. You should see the metrics appear in the Anypoint monitoring in 5 minutes. Okay, it takes some time. Let me log out and log in again. Let's wait. Okay, I will pause the video till it comes. So guys, welcome back. So now we can see our application is appearing. So you can select that and simply click on view. So it will start showing the CPU uses, like number of requests we have sent, inbound requests, everything, like, so for now we have sent few requests, right? It is showing properly, like, see, we have sent 5 6 requests, like what is your inbound response time, everything. So let me send few more requests. So I sent like few 10 8 10 requests. Okay, here you can, like, there are a lot of things. Even you can see CPU utilization, JVM have, thread count, many things, like, so even you can measure the performance, everything. So like total request by response, whatever, if there's any failures, whatever, you can see it. Okay, so go to failures. If there are any failures, so I don't think like anything is failed. It's everything is 200, so we cannot see anything. If you want to see something related to JVM, you can click on JVM. and here you can see the status of your agent or application which is started. So here you can see inbound total request failed, whatever, so lot of thing is available on this particular thing. And even you can create a custom dashboard. We will see that how to create a custom dashboard in upcoming videos. But here you can see, it's showing garbage collection count, classes loaded, unloaded, whatever. Like there are a lot of things available. So you can measure like the performance of your APIs and everything. Let me go back to overview and let me check whatever request I've sent just now, whether it's appearing or not. So now you can see I told like I've sent few of requests, 6, 7, 8, whatever request. So I can see it here. So generally it got raised. I got some request. So you can see that. So what is the average response time? Like it got reduced to 2 milliseconds. From initially it was 64 millisecond, then it got reduced. So everything is available. So you can see CP is 10%. It get reduced. Some GBM like okay. So that is how you can enable uh, Anypoint monitoring for your customer hosted Mule runtime. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.